Yeah, that was way too raunchy for YouTube, so... Whoops. I don't know, what's like... What's something that's like not too much for YouTube though? I don't know. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get this working right. Alright. Maybe, kind of sort of.
Hey, wait, bring that thing out of here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, right after I said that, of course. Mess, though. Yeah, I didn't even get, like, taken down for, like, nudity or anything. It was just copyright, because they played Mac Dre's song in the background. Oh well. No more nudity, I guess. Lame. Whatever. Stupid, though. It's stupid. But whatever, I guess. Okay, that's not right. Okay, so I guess dig it is. Ugh, I mean, watch that get taken down too now. Blech. Mess. Yep. Don't even worry about it. We got you. I guess. Okay, I don't know. Let's see if anyone, like, gets anything out of this. But this was a pretty big deal where I'm from and when I was growing up, so. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna, like, get through the whole thing of this. I doubt it, but anyway. Watch, he'll take this down too. That'd be so wrong.
Bring that back here. Now
Always.
listen to this.
I'll just say what I got to say. I'm here to destroy this fucked up system. I will do it. That's why I got the job. I said, let it be me. I said, use my hands, I will use our strength. Let's fucking burn it to the ground.
1995. This is the year I met Anton Newcomb and his band, the Brian Jonestown Massacre. Anton was by far the craziest and most talented musician I had ever met. I'm Courtney Taylor from the Dandy Warhols. Anton was my friend and my enemy, the greatest inspiration, and ultimately, the greatest regret. This is a story of us and our bands over 7 years.
I saw them live. It was fucking awesome. See, y'all think I listen to one type of music, but that's not true. Oh, more nudity. Great. That's what the Northwest is about. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, shit, we even have like a biannual, what is it? Naked bike ride? I don't know. It's when a bunch of people get naked and ride bikes together, but you can do that here anytime, also, if you want. You can be naked here if you want, basically. It's considered free speech.
Absolute freedom, then I'm not opposed to people making money. It's a mafia. And until they can write the letter that I'm writing, they are the postman and I'm the letter writer, period. End of discussion.
Party to go to tonight. We got a party to play, yeah.
All right, great to have.
210 Waller Street. Hello, you guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce a band that knows where I live, the Brian Jonestown Massacre.
They were also Bay Area. Okay, like, let me know if you guys can hear everything happening. Can't tell.
What's different about Jonestown? It's real. It's the band that you love to hate and the band that you hate for love. Live performances are infamous for.
This is my 12th time I've seen
Brian
Massacre.
Jonestown.
12.
Within 6 months.
I was completely blown away. I've never seen anything like that. It was like so retro and so the future. It was mayhem on stage. 3 guitar players, tambourine player, an insane singer. The music was fantastic. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, thank you.
The only band I've ever made the effort to go and see in the last 3 years is Brian Jonestown.
Anton to me is
Dennis is Peorage, though.
60s revivalist there has been since the 60s.
What made it so interesting was that it was not an active invention. It was not based off of any pretense of crafting something new. It was a thoroughly postmodern music. It was a pastiche of everything.
Musically, he's a genius. Oh, I think he has an incredible ear for music and for reinterpreting the past and putting it in the future. It's American heritage reinterpreted.
Anton created this kind of scene, and everyone else has built upon it.
This is one of my friend's bands that between us and a couple other bands, we're actually going to kick off a full musical revolution. So forget about the other bands. This is a whole nother level of the American Underground that I'm going to help expose. So tell me right now you've never ever heard the Dandy Warhols before.
I've never heard the Dandy Warhols.
Well, let's just see what they sound
So
like.
get ready for a massive concussion of rock and roll with the Dandy Warhols.
We write our kinds of music together. We're really good friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've got a full-scale revolution going on. Really
Stealth about that.
Yeah, we're neighbors. We're building a studio. Is that rad?
We're building a studio?
Yeah, we're getting down. We're gonna take over the world. Yeah. And we're gonna show you how to do it too.
How to take over the world?
Fuck yeah.
Step.
On your movie.
We actually got a tape of Anton's, like, about the same time we formed the band.
Right.
And then a year later, we went down to San Francisco to play some parties, and sure enough, Anton walked in, and we definitely recognized him instantly. There could be nobody else.
When I'm playing and these two guys walk in, just like, Mr. Cool in their black leather and junky jackets and all this stuff, and we're like, alright, who's that?
They just looked amazing. Like they had the fucking coolest hair, and they were styled out, like so hip that it was like it kind of intimidated us. We were like, oh my god, you know, this is kind of what we expected from a big city, you know. It's like, oh shit. And then we just like hung out all night and just got fucking loaded.
Yes, won't you join us?
That's the band life.
It was awesome. We had like the best time.
Old habits die hard, man. See where I get it from.
Amazing. No label will touch them. They're so crazy. I've never seen them eat. All I've seen them do is like drink liquor and snort drugs. That's all they do, you know?
YouTube's gonna shut this shit down right like that. Even though this is literally on YouTube.
Please. I suppose it's time for a costume change.
Buddies, they're our alter egos in some way, inspiring each other to create and be successful.
Our bands played together a lot over the next couple years, and it was rock.
Well, then you can relate to this then, right? You know what I'm saying. No, but I'm sorry to hear that, but also that's badass.
People will always say,
That's
you know,
kind
what
of like
music do you
low-key
like at the
badass.
moment? And I would say, you know, the Brian Jonestown Massacre and the Dandy Warhols, Jonestown and the Dandy.
Hey, Airgrom, yeah, damn right.
They can relate to suburban people.
I can't believe I haven't shared this before.
To literary people, and also to people who
But
have
you fucking know
some
it.
real knowledge of how music develops.
Hell
In
yeah.
1996, my band, the Dandy Warhols, were in a studio in our hometown of Portland, Oregon, recording our first album for Capitol Records. Now, unlike the Brian Jonestown Massacre, we had just signed with a major label, and of course they thought we were going to be the next big thing.
Okay, so that's two people who have watched this channel who probably might have heard of these before.
Created a world of their own as the Andy
Vaguely.
Warhol's world, and that they don't therefore belong to any particular trend.
Right on.
Now, our first record for Capitol took 2 tries. First time it got rejected, they had the
You know,
gall to tell me that
some people
there
just
was
haven't
no
had the luck.
songs.
It just really pissed me off, and I got all
Right? Oh, gee.
uppity about it.
Look
And
at me.
who are you to tell me what a song is? You who have written so many songs. How many? None between the two of you ever. So then I think I ended that by saying, "I sneeze and hits come out." To which
Very
Harry
humble.
said,
But it's a fucking awesome doc, right?
"Capital will have no problem finding the funds to finance your handkerchiefs."
I think it's like something, what is it, like 85 to
I could
90%
not.
of all records made never recoup, which doesn't mean to say you really, really succeed. That's all you do is recoup. So the odds are that the Dandy Warhols, like
Yeah,
everybody
dude,
else,
he's
will
mad
fail.
talented. Have you seen them live? I have. That's my humble brag, but it's true. I have once.
13 songs, starting at 7
In
a.m.
Portland.
Was done by 1 o'clock.
Crystal Ballroom is
Found
pretty
the
cool.
drummer.
Pretty cool.
We taught him all the tunes. Didn't do anything else on my birthday.
1996, the Brian Jonestown Massacre had a record out. They were on a lot of.
But no, he's mad talented,
They were
though.
in hit magazines as one of the bands that was the most
Right?
quoted.
Nice.
It's a fabulous
Dude,
record.
they're
People are
awesome
jealous
live.
of our
Like,
sheer ambition that we have, and the fact that we're like
Good
the
times.
most prolific people probably in North America.
The Brian Jonestown Massacre had released 3 full-length albums in just that year. Their Satanic Majesty's Second Request, Take It From the Man, and Thank God for Mental Illness.
When he tells me he doesn't
I
want
love
to
that
sign
title.
a major label, is he serious? He wouldn't go that route?
He always talks about doing it though.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's
the
the
plan. That's why we came down here. Yeah, that's why we came here.
His whole thing, he wants to try and
Yeah?
make him off in some way or something. He wants to.
I'm not surprised. I mean, he's like,
Yeah, but in order not to
it's
take
his
advantage
thing,
of-
right?
He wants to take advantage of
Like,
everybody else. You know? And
it's
then you're
always
just
been
as
his
corrupt
thing.
as the system that they're trying not to be corrupted by.
It's awesome. It's highly different. Yeah, I saw like a couple
he doesn't know how to support himself.
different
He's been
vids
homeless
or
for
the
5 years or so.
thumbnails of him recently, and like it's wild. Like,
probably wanted to be Anton, knew
it's
he
so
wasn't
crazy.
quite as talented as Anton. Still wrote some really, really great songs and sang them well, but Anton never really let him have
God, it's so wild to me that like Matt Hollywood and like all of these guys pretty much, aside from Anton, are like normal dudes with like lives and kids and stuff and like
continuum of rock.
normal people,
Almost like
right?
he is someone from the 60s who just happens to be
Yeah,
living here.
I guess that'll do, right?
Who doesn't really understand the ways that people do things.
Like, I don't know if it like if it like catches up with people after they stop.
Listen to the way people feel. If you don't want to listen to other people's opinions, then fucking go off and do it yourself. And
It's probably different for
loved by
everyone,
your
though.
fucking self, and nobody will love you because you don't want to deal with other people.
Cool, and I won't have any headaches either.
Well, great.
I don't do anything wrong, that's why I don't say I'm sorry.
You do things wrong.
Mhm.
That's the fucking first step in being human is realizing that you do and making them better.
Good for him though. That's awesome. Wait, he actually stopped doing heroin for real? Oh yeah. No, yeah, I know.
It makes people fucking, you know what?
Mhm.
Every fucking spiritual belief, you burn in hell for pretending to be God and not being able to back it up.
Like people thought the Flaming Lips did
Highly
drugs.
against the law, stealing from people.
This guy.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Seymour Stein told me, sign him right away. With a name like that, you can't go wrong. You have my blessings. Go, girl. And, but I had to convince a couple of other people from the company. And I took my boss, Nancy Jeffries, who was the head of the A&R department, to a show in Los Angeles that we set up especially for her, so she could witness
Okay,
him. And,
I'll say this, like, I shook his hand, like, after the show. Like, me and my friends, like, caught them coming out of the venue, and, like, I was worried that I might, like, test positive or something after doing that. Like, so, yeah, I'm aware. Like, I was a little bit worried. Yeah. Like, low-key, I was like,
And it was the biggest disaster I had ever witnessed.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how we fucking managed that shit.
And that's why we're gonna get the biggest record deal in history, because we're smart.
Oh, wow. Really? Wow. That's, like, badass, though, I guess. I mean...
Now, if Anton thought that anyone screwed up during a song, he would immediately correct them.
Shit. I guess that's why they're productive, right? I'm terrible. Ignore me. No hate. I've like...
Fuck that! Nobody's gonna say fuck you to me on my stage with my band. Fuck you, get off my stage because you don't have the band. So what was that first song? I am
This guy wasn't
Oh,
long
shit,
for the
nice.
Jonestown Massacre.
Okay, I need a fucking drink. I'm not getting paid. Send a waitress up here right now.
Yeah, dude, I can barely play, like... I can play maybe 2 instruments. 3 instruments if you count the glockenspiel. But John Entwistle, that's... Okay, were you worried that you might, like, test positive for drugs? Because I was worried, so... Like, man, if one of these dudes, like, man. Just thinking, like, if they're, like, mucous membranes got close to me, I would know that I would probably test positive for something. Get a contact high. Like... Yeah, they were known for this, getting into fights. Man, it sounds like you've had a pretty glamorous, like, awesome, badass life. Like, I have to say, I'm low-key, like, envious, to be honest. That's badass.
that blood on you?
Yeah.
From where?
From
Your
people's
hand.
faces.
He wants to be a rebel. He
People's
doesn't
faces.
Want to conform. He doesn't. He wants to be successful in one part, but he doesn't. He can't admit that to himself. So he completely sabotaged that showcase. He knew what was at stake. He knew he could have gotten $1 million.
It's like be coked at the Viper Room.
I think I'm running total.
With John Entwistle. Like, I mean, like, does it get cooler? Like, I'm a little. I mean, I can't help it. Like that's kind of badass. Like, except for the kinda part, that's like totally badass. Like.
Because 2 or 3 guys can't get along together.
Things just aren't cool like that these days
They
now.
both want to write songs.
Like, these days, things are not that cool now.
This is not a personality conflict, it's a vision of the world.
Can I say words
Sometimes
now?
people go past the boundaries of good and evil or whatever boundaries of common sense we all operate under into another realm. And we call these people prophets. Jesus Christ was a person like this. So is Charles Manson. They transcend the normal world and they set their own. Yeah, exactly, standards.
Yeah.
Anton sees himself in that mold. That's where his problem comes.
Like what?
Trying to integrate his mystical vision with his messed up personality, and it's really heart-wrenching to see it. He's not just a jerk, you know.
He's like,
he's almost
what,
like one of
Adolf
these
Hitler? Charles
people who stumbles
Manson?
out of the desert screaming, "I've seen God," you know. We understand
Yeah, but like
that
a
we
bunch
are
of
your
people do
backup
that.
musicians, and we take musical direction from you. You, on the other hand, understand that we are human beings and don't want to be treated like shit. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
In his mind, no one can play the music as well as he could. You know, if Anton had his way, he would clone himself, and he'd have 6 other Antons or 5 other Antons, and they'd all be playing the instruments. Anton on drums, Anton on bass, Anton on all the guitars, and whatever.
He's his own worst enemy because he thinks success and credibility are mutually exclusive
Basically, what Eric was
which is
saying,
an easy
like,
baggage to inherit, but a very difficult
pretty
one
much.
to haul through every decision of your career. Because as a musician, you want to reach the biggest possible audience, and as an artist, you want to impact culture in the deepest way possible.
Like,
Do you understand?
like I don't think
I'm not
anyone
for
can
sale.
play as many instruments as this guy
Nobody
can.
says that.
Like, I can play like a little guitar, a little
You understand what I'm
ukulele,
saying? Like the
a little
Beatles, the
glockenspiel.
Beatles were for sale. I give it away. It must be $17. I paid for this
I
record.
give it away. I give
used
it
the money.
away.
$17 to make Thank God for Mental Illness. No shit. And I'm gonna show you because we're gonna go up to Oregon. I'm gonna record a bunch more records you can see.
Anton had been threatening to move to Portland for months, but when he
Threatening?
finally showed up with all of his belongings, we realized that he had intended to move in with us. We couldn't really take him in.
I'm important now, kids. It's a rough trip. It was a rough
Right?
trip. Yes. Going up top floor,
That's all you need.
illegal drugs and cigarettes. Oh, you're supposed to push stop! Oh well, my hairspray. That's good. And after rinse for that hole that the weather you just can't count on.
Mm.
Hello, darling. I'm home. What's the tea?
Do you find Portland creatively inspiring?
No, I find it dismal.
Consuelo. Mm-hmm.
It was a terrible mistake to come up here, but we did it.
At the Viper Room?
Over here.
That's awesome.
Do you feel like you're in exile here?
Yes.
Baby.
See, I'm like, how can I not be envious? Like, that's such a badass thing. Like, that you got to experience.
Did anybody in the band invite Anton to move up here? Or,
Well,
or like suggest it would be a good place for Anton to move or anything?
I don't know. That's like inviting me to your house. It's supposed to be on Tampa. I don't know.
Maybe he expected to stay with us, and we weren't gonna have him stay.
And make a record with them, and
Yeah, and we went on with our lives because we actually had stuff to do. We had to get that record done. We had to get it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we were being productive.
Happy New Year.
we played a New Year's show that year. And
I have to say, like, I know, Little Miss, that you have gone into Discord and said that you were mainly here for the trolling aspect of it, but, like, it sounds like you have some awesome experiences, and, like, if you would like to share, no pressure. And you don't have to, like, share your name or anything. You don't have to, like, fucking... You can still be a troll, but it sounds like you have some pretty, like, awesome stories to share. Same with you, Eric, actually. Now I think about it, like, both of you. If you guys would ever like to come on and talk about some of these badass experiences, like, you are more than welcome. Just want to put that out there. Because that's why this is viewer's choice. Because I know a bunch of you guys have, like, awesome, like, experiences that, like, people don't know about. And they should. Because it's badass. Went a bit overboard. Yeah, but it sounds like you went overboard in the most awesome way possible. Like, I don't know, some people go overboard and, like, they just end up in fucking, like, Des Moines or something, and, like, they just, that's it. So it's like you, like, for going overboard, like, shit. Sounds pretty badass.
And Joel, of course, came to party. I didn't know.
Oh, but yeah, just saying, like, you don't have to come on tonight. I'm just putting it out there. Like, I don't even know if I'm set up to have people come on this right now. Like, but shit, who would? Who would look back? Right there, I'm right there with you, I think. Like, I don't know, I mean, I wasn't really raised with much religion, but, you know. Still, I'm with you. Anyway. Again, no pressure, you guys don't, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, come on tonight, I'm just saying, like, in the future, if you guys would want to, sounds like you might have some pretty badass stories to share, if you want. No pressure, don't have to come on camera, just putting it out there.
I didn't notice at the time, but Anton didn't show.
Any resolutions this year, Courtney?
Any revolutions for this year, Courtney?
Yeah, I'm gonna get this, like, a tattoo of this here. I like this because it makes me feel like Amadeus.
Hence my theory that Danny Warhols are nothing but a bunch of fags. Right there, that. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I mean, right, though? Like, this was epic kind of stuff. Like, are you from the Northwest in any way? Or, like, again, I guess you don't have to answer if you don't want to, or if you don't want to give that. Okay, oh, badass. Okay, if you're open to it. Again, like, if you guys aren't into it, that's fine.
Quiet.
That's fine
The
too.
artist needs quiet.
But
the artist is going to create
it would be awesome to, like, talk to people who know what this is.
For radio show.
Because, like, I don't know, a lot of people don't know even who Brian Jonestown Massacre is, or was, or if they still are. Or Dandy Warhols, for that matter. But, anyway, that's why I asked. It could just be that, I mean, you could be from LA as well. You could be from anywhere, really, I guess. With the internet and everything. But, I don't know. Again, you don't have to give any identifying information. It's all good. But it's badass that you know who they are. And that they were a part of that's part in your life. Yeah, Chromebooks, I don't get what Chromebooks are even about.
Affluent society. He had every advantage a child could possibly have. I mean, he had a lot of disadvantages. He was raised by a single parent. He didn't have a father.
Well, see, that was my fault being an alcoholic. I had left the family. When he was about a year and a half old, I had shown symptoms of schizophrenia, and I drank every day.
You have to look at, here's a very, very superiorly intelligent child who knows what the curfew is, who knows that Newport Beach strongly enforces the curfew, who has been arrested 50 times for it, and yet continues to do it. So when they called me at work and said, you need to come and pick him up, when I went to the Newport Beach jail, I said, like, I'm not taking him. I'm not picking him up. A badass
time to
I'm tired of
graduate,
doing
man.
This. And they said, but you have, I said, no, I don't have to. What are you going to do? Because I'm not picking him up. I told him, the last time, next time, I won't come get you. So he was taken to the adolescent unit by the police. I signed the papers as his guardian, but he was taken there by the police.
I hate to see him repeat his life like myself. 2 divorces and not given a chance to raise your kids.
There was times when Tony appeared under the influence. There was times when he was growing pot, and I was the first one to call the police and have him come here and get it. And I guess I sort of thought eventually he'd
I
get
gotta
over all
say,
this nonsense and
being a
grow up
teenager in
and
the
do a real
90s.
job, but he never has.
He feels starved for affection, I think.
And but you know who they are. That's so wild. Like,
I probably feel immensely.
wow.
You know, and I feel guilty.
I mean, you must just be ultra cool.
If he has abandoned them, it's as much my responsibility as his. You know, I know
Yeah.
this is the album he gave
He doesn't
me.
know.
Thank God for mental illness.
No, but like I feel like, you know, I mean, okay, as someone who was in their teens after the 90s was a better time to be a teenager.
Sad.
Definitely.
They are the best two friends I know.
It got too earnest.
He has no, really, as near
Just
as
wasn't
I
the
can tell,
same.
doesn't have any family he can fall back
Just
on.
didn't seem right.
He doesn't have any money, doesn't have a home.
Plus, also,
it's enough to drive anybody crazy.
if anything, you'd be Karen
Bit on the edge
Gen X.
besides that, but you know, it's amazing he has.
My parents
he
are
can be,
boomers.
as sane
Like,
as he usually
actual
is.
boomers.
Actually, yes, nobody gets help because the people are. Some people
Also,
are with him,
Karen,
we
that's
are
just
all
so
with him,
unfair.
But I don't think his family has ever been very helpful for him.
When we got together, we all realized our parents were all still married, and we were like,
Let me stop
"We're
talking
the most
over this. What's
well-adjusted
wrong
band
with
in
me?
America. We're the most well-adjusted band in America." The BJM returned to LA. Anton promised Greg Shaw of Bonk Records his next album in exchange for the money to rent a house in Los Angeles. He and Joel invited the rest of the BJM to take rooms in the house so they could make the big industry push. Even Jeff Davies, Anton's genius guitarist who had battled heroin addiction, returned from rehab, full of hope.
I've been on couches and floors for so damn long. I'm very digging the idea of having a door that you can close. Yeah, where's Anton at? He's taking Courtney to the airport.
I had been meeting with Capitol as I was finishing the record. I wanted Anton's opinion on a song everyone expected to be a massive hit.
Anton, this is like such a ridiculous, like, super fucking hit. Yeah. Yeah.
Anton didn't react at all. It kind of bummed me out, but I think I knew why.
If I could stop fucking
much farther than he's ever gone before.
typoing.
It was definitely both of them kind of wanted him to be the other person. I know Courtney's always wanted that mad genius thing, but is unable or unwilling to let himself go that far.
Anton and Courtney, love-hate relationship, I guess. I think they feel like they're on the same level in a lot of ways with creative ability. You know, they challenge each other. They feel each other's fire.
I didn't have time to reflect much on Anton's lack of interest in my new song, because mega celebrity fashion photographer David...
I mean, also, they were on the same level. I mean, come on. Come on. Right, okay. Also, I could totally see why this song would be considered like, or like taken as a diss from the BJM. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, but like Gen X was kind of like snowflakes, but like in a good way. I mean, like, I don't know. What am I trying to say here? Like, I don't know, I feel like Gen X had, like, enough, like, sense of irony and, like, sardonic distance from the capitalist machine, if you will, to, like, have a proper sense of, like, perspective, which I think a lot of people in my generation, like millennials and especially Zoomers now, like, really didn't pick up on. And I think it's a shame. Like, a lot of people just in my generation and now with kids now especially, like, I've just totally bought into the whole like marketing thing, and it's really too bad, you know. But, like, that's okay. It's okay to not be sensitive, I think, you know? Well, I guess it depends on what aspect we're talking about, but, like, I don't know. I also think a lot of things today, like, especially, like, people overthink too much, which is sort of why I'm playing this, I guess. Because, like, it's just people overthink too many things, and like, every aspect about themselves, and, like, every aspect about what they're putting out there, and, like, it becomes super meta, and, like, just a fucking nightmare and a headache, honestly.
David LaChapelle agreed to do our video. Capital threw down $400,000 to make this happen. Suddenly, it felt like we were gonna be big time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, wow.
I didn't know it was going to be a deaf advertisement.
Well,
Yeah, the 80s.
well, during high school, though.
I learned from the 80s surprise.
But yeah, no, like, I see what you mean, like, yeah. There was definitely there was progress to be made at that point, yeah. Especially with LGBTQIA, etc.
Courtney's having second thoughts about the entire video.
Shit, there's still progress to be made now, though.
Okay.
But, like,
Redo it. We have to redo it because it's hard.
I think they drove out to
The
the
junkie video shoot.
Yeah, point taken.
About it and said, come on over and eat some free food.
steal some vitamins.
What a wonderful waste of money. Before they've sold a product, just on one video, they were in 500 grand or more.
I think I'm beginning to grasp the concept here. The theme is, am I wrong? Same things. Things are passing. The whole thing. Whoa, look at this. Is this off with the Dandies?
Yeah, you should have seen they were just performing on that stage.
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna happen for us.
Brian Jonestown Massacre left our video shoot convinced that we had blown way off course.
Well, you know, I was thinking about this the other day, like, oh god, the Matthew Shepard thing, that was in, like, that was, like, fairly recently, that was, like, in 1999, right, or 98? Like, in, like, Laramie, right? So, like, yeah, like, I mean, yeah, shit was definitely fucked up. Like, I forget how recent that was. Even though I guess now it's, like, over 20 years ago, but, like, I don't know, maybe it's just my age showing, but, like, yeah. It still was pretty recent. And, yeah, people did, like, get targeted for shit like that. So, like, yeah, good point. Like, definitely. Shit was fucked up. I mean, there's still shit that has to change now. Especially with, like, I mean, you know, the LGBTQIA, like, community and, like, the mainstream and how things need to change. Like, okay, what the fuck? Sorry, I think that's, like, some big dog my neighbor has. Yeah, no, these are good points. Like, yeah. I forget about all these, like, but yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, and again, that's another community, like, especially, like, neurodivergent spectrum. Like, we still have a lot of progress that we need to make in mainstream culture and, like, mainstream society and, like, you know, as mainstream pop culture. Absolutely. Good point.
I'm sober.
Yeah.
I did everything. Hello, Mr. Policeman. I'm white.
Guys in the Brian Jonestown Massacre actually did the drugs we were singing about, and still they seem to miss the irony in the song. And whereas some members were able to use dope and be somewhat functional, it seemed to bring out a really dark side of Anton.
Why don't you just fucking take her out of here? She's crazy or something.
Oh, is it?
Fuck, I asked her just to leave me alone for a fucking minute. Now she wants to like smash and fly.
Like, I haven't really seen that. But
She just wants to go to sleep.
oh jeez.
Fuck this! Leave!
Whoa, trigger warning. Holy shit.
Leave me alone.
Whoa, I'm sorry. I forgot about this part. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I love Anton. I'd like to stay with him, but not like that.
Sophie left Anton and never returned. She actually joined the band, the Minstrels, fell in love with George, lead singer, and together they moved to Tahiti. Back at the house, the band was preparing for a new record and
The Minstrels, who the... But yeah, no, I didn't even know that about, like, I guess on TikTok it's like, the algorithm is so, like, self-selecting that it's hard to really, like, get a sense of it. Yeah, wow. That was a tough scene. Sorry about that, you guys.
We should have a fucking party here.
Well, the Brian Jonestown had a party to show us their new house and their cool scene. Apparently, it was a pretty good party. In fact, that's Hayden Stanton right there.
Maybe we'll just have to play up what they have now or something on TikTok.
But we couldn't make it over because we were hanging in the hot tub and partying with David LaChapelle and his entourage.
There they are. All right, bring the film crew. Oh, nice hat.
Hello, hi.
The buzz has been rekindled, I guess. Yeah.
I decided that the BJM house, the day after they threw a party, would be the perfect location for a Dandy Warhol's photo shoot.
What I want to do is I want to go out to this really, really fucked household.
Yeah, well, I didn't bother to warn the guys.
Wow.
When we did the photo shoot in their house, I just couldn't believe it. They had no furniture, hardly. Everything was on
Well, yeah,
the
they're
floor. It was
dudes.
a squat, a hovel. How do you guys live like this?
Because they're dudes. Like, they're literally...
Maybe an empty 40-ouncer and some guitar amps and stuff in the living room.
Now, Hollywood, there's a lot of people walking into your house right now. There's a whole photo shoot about to happen. And your house is trash. You guys partied last night.
I think it's the idea of having the photo shoot here so that they can pretend that they have a big party. They've come for our minds.
Shit, fair enough. Man. Oh, this house is so fucked up. Can we use it for a photo shoot?
There's like, it's tiny and there's two mirrors that face her like this so we can get the total like shot.
I'm sorry, but like they're kind of assholes. Oh my god, that's totally like... That's pantomime, like we live here and like this is like...
We're not in our whole gig, we have to live that, baby.
Oh, no, we're certainly not going to say it's our house. It would be like...
No, you're not going to say it's our house either now, are you?
Yeah, we are. We're going to say
No,
it would be
really.
like capturing order.
We should be in the
Every day, the
background.
Dandy Warhols will
Yeah,
come together in the home of a different band. Today, it's the Brian Jonestown Massacre.
But how much do you get paid?
I know.
Yeah, shit, what the fuck?
Where's the dough?
Mhm.
Now if we take pictures in our own house, people are gonna accuse us of ripping you guys up in our own house.
I guess the Brian Jonestown Massacre wanted revenge. So when
Shit.
they scammed some time at a local studio, they wrote us a song.
Oh, hey, Nat Turner, how are you?
Fucking Dandy on her.
How's it going?
That's the name of our song. She looks like she's about ready to get robbed to me, you know?
I want those fucking
Just
bastards
sharing a
dead.
documentary.
They're jeopardizing the Dandy's career.
It's a big deal in my childhood.
Put it on, no.
Well, not childhood, but like,
I'll put it
you
on.
know, my adolescence, if you will.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, how's it going?
Move on over, Dandy.
They had scammed a week to record from an A&R rep who believed in them. So, as usual, Anton moved into the studio, had a bunch of his friends over, and squeezed out an entire album called Give It Back.
Well, shit.
Won't you do it? Do it more, baby, yeah. You got speed to burn. Pass it over here.
Oh, not much. Just hanging out. This is a documentary called Dig.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll type it out. I'm trying not to talk over it too much. Okay, okay.
But now I put pipe organs. Doesn't sound so fucking psychotic. It's all.
Full speed ahead, Captain.
All this sounds like a make with my noise, though. My mouth.
Jade Studio with the BJM.
Teamwork.
It's such an interesting case study. Like, what in the end will yield people success? We're like, shit, man, what if it doesn't happen?
This Is Why You Love Me is recorded already 2 steps notches above that, so it just blows up their speakers with that. I heard you say. Okay, so that song dies out, and then it's immediately, sound light. It's kind of like that is just like.
The band finished the record and prepared to hit the road the next morning on their first national tour. They never before tried to pull this off. They were sure they would finally get signed, so long as Anton could hold it together out there.
This truck pulls up or drives by next to us, and I hear this, "There's 2 dick suckers there!" And I was like, whatever, man. Laugh all you want, redneck. I'm on my way to your girlfriend's house. It was kind of embarrassing though, because we were sucking each other's dicks at the time.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that everybody came. This is our first time through America.
Under the local Communist Party's headquarters, the band played for an audience of 10 and performed for almost as many hours.
That's kind of badass. Oh, is he live right now? Oh shit. Yeah, I just randomly went on here. Oh jeez. Oh shit. I keep meaning to go over and like say hi because like I really appreciate that he came on here and like yeah. Shit. Live right now? Oh shit. Okay. What do I? Okay. Yeah. No, I gotta say hi at least. Like. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling. Oh shit. It's like, yeah, no, like, yeah, I love his channel so much, you know, like, yeah, I keep meaning to go on that, like, thank you for telling me. Okay, let's see. If we're near the halfway point of this, I'll take...
intending to walk back to California.
We're gonna go on no matter what.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna go on no matter what.
Yeah, I mean...
Not this trip.
This trip's
like,
going
you guys
on no matter what. I'm going to New York with or without these people, whether they play or don't play.
You guys are like way better at this kind of stuff than I am.
Well, I'll turn it into vacation if I have to. I ain't out here for nothing.
Okay, I'll give this 5 minutes to end.
away from our
then I'll come and say hi on Kevin's channel. Because, like, yeah, I really, like, have, like, his channel rocks. If you guys aren't, like, subscribed to Kevin's channel, you guys should be.
They walked away from our scene completely.
Yeah, no, I'll be over there in, like, a second.
And, back and forth. Here comes the sun.
Yeah.
It's the next day. We've been looking
And then we'll see.
forever, and they're not here.
I was gonna say, like, then I'll come back
and
and
I
watch
drank
this,
a lot
but-
more than they did, and I'm sober now. They haven't come back. Therefore, what do? Choice one: we leave Peter and Matt.
Yeah, thank you for
in
letting me know
Chicago forevermore, and never see them
Absolutely.
again.
We finally found it. We were miserable, and we knew the whole time that the dandies are out there somewhere, living the high life.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty close to this being halfway through, so I'm going to take, like, a break from this and also say hi to Kevin over there, and we'll, like,
We came back to Los Angeles to discover that
Just-
Capitol had not been promoting our choice for a second single, Boys Better, because our first single, Junkie, hadn't broken the top 20 on US radio. I called the label, but couldn't get anyone to assume responsibility.
Well, I'd really love to have a successful single. I'd like to have, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You haven't scheduled any time, like a week or whatever, to do radio? As early as possible would probably be really good for my band at least. You're saying you don't carry a lot of weight around Capitol?
Well, I'm just telling you that it's like it's not up to them, really. Yeah, but everybody says it's not up to them around there.
The Suits were clearly disappointed that our band hadn't turned out to be an overnight sensation. Apparently the
okay, I'll be back in a bit, but, like, I have to go say hi, at least. Like, I know. Kevin's channel is just awesome. Like, he always has an awesome stream, so... In any case, I'm sure, like, what he's doing right now is badass. So, let's go over there. Anyone's still here. And yeah, I will come back to this. But yeah, I'm pretty close to halfway through this anyway, so... We'll be back.